How likely are you to become rich investing in the cryptocurrencies that these YouTubers share you, including me? Have you seen the last video that I made? Go check it out. I'm bringing you another video. This is the follow-up, and I think it's going to be a very powerful series. If you haven't seen the first video, please check it out, because most of the favorite YouTubers that you watch, this is what they share you. They share you this, and you can look at their thumbnails. This is what their thumbnails consist of. And I'll tell you what, if I was to add these in my thumbnails every single day, I would get 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 views a day. I know I would, because I would capture these audience. I'll be in the algorithm for YouTube, and this is what I'm going to get, right? I'll get the views that I want. But how realistically are they going to make you a millionaire? You know, massive gains. You're in this space to become a millionaire, right? Because you heard about this person making millions. You heard about that person. You heard that crypto can change your life. You heard that you're here right now today because you want to live a certain lifestyle. You want to be able to not have to work, look after your family, you know, your kids, maybe some friends. You want to have a nice house. You want to have that lifestyle, which means if you're living an average life right now and it's hard to accumulate thousands of dollars to invest, because $10,000 is probably a lot of money for some. And it is a lot of money, actually, when I think about it. It's going to take you some time to get that. So maybe you're someone that doesn't have a lot of money, but you're here entering this space and you actually want to see if you can potentially make good money. Well, this is where you're going to have to say to yourself, do you go with what they share you? Or do you take some flipping balls, high risk plays, and go with what I share you? Now, let me help you understand this if you're new. I'm not saying that any of the projects that people share are bad, right? These are projects that have gone on to doing really well. They're successful projects. But again, how likely do they make you money? So just an example, and then I'm going to show you in this video what I think we should be going for. As an example, you've got something like Ondo, right? Where a lot of people talk about it. You see it in their videos. If you look at your favorite YouTubers, you're going to see this logo, this black and white sort of black line circled logos, which represents the logo of Ondo. You're going to see it in all their thumbnails, because they want you to click, because they're telling you these are the hot projects. Ondo is $2.5 billion market cap. Fully diluted 8 billion. And again, I'm not saying it's a bad project. It could probably go on to doing okay. You know, you could probably come out and see a 10x return on a 20x return. And actually, for the most part, this is what they do. They will put on their logos 20x, 10x. Now, if you're someone that's average that doesn't have a lot of money, it might take you some time to even accumulate $2,000 to $3,000. And I said this in the last video. Let's go on the basis that you've got $3,000 and it took you sort of 6 months, 4 months. I don't know. How long is it going to take you? After you've paid your bills, you know, bought your food for your kids, or if you've even got kids, you know, saved some money. How long is it going to take you to have that to invest? And when you do have the $3,000, are you putting it all in one coin? Because back then I just put it on XRP, and I was lucky. 2015, I was buying it at 003, right? It was mega cheap. I was very lucky getting in at the time. But are you going to put it all in one coin like Ondo? Or are you going to split that 3,000 and say, you know what, put 500 here, 500 there, 500 there? And if you are, for the most part, because you're watching these YouTubers, you're more than likely going to put it into these 500 here, 500 there, 500 here, because this is what they're sharing you under the beliefs that you can become a millionaire and live a lifestyle like what I'm living. I've made massive gains in crypto. It changed my life, but I didn't do it by buying. Well, essentially, I was able to buy XRP at a lower price and everything else. I was able to do that because I got in early. But I feel like people have missed the opportunity of these. But anyway, we're going to look into it, right? Let's say you got the $3,000 and you decide to put the whole lot in Ondo. It's going to give you 3,655 coins, right? I want to come over to the sheet that AI made me. It's a sheet. It's very powerful. You can use it for every single cryptocurrency. And at the top here, these numbers up here talk about the amount of tokens that you hold in one coin. And on the left-hand side shows the price that it needs to go to. And then in the middle shows you what kind of figures, money you can make. 5,000 to hold 5,000 Ondo. Actually, that's a bit more. Let's do 2,000 investment. Let's do 2,000 coins. Right. So I'm gonna check, because again, trying to keep it real for the average person. You need $1,640. Now that might take someone 2 months, 3 months to get. And I'm not talking people that have got great jobs that can keep blowing $4,000 here and there every single time. I'm talking the real. I'm keeping it real. Average people that are watching this channel, right? Because you want to change your life. $1,640 would give you 2,000 Ondo tokens. If we come over to this now, just real quick, show you again, there's your 2,000. How long is it going to take for you to get there? How much money or what price does Ondo need to go to even make you 100,000? For you to make $100,000, Ondo needs to go to a $50 price, right? Now, here's what we're going to do real quick. I'm going to grab Ondo up over here on the Coin Perspective. It's a great platform. You can come over, check it out. Just gives you realistic price targets and stuff. Look, $50 for Ondo is a $158 billion market cap. That will be a 60x return from now. Even they aren't brave enough to sometimes put the words 60x in their thumbnails. They might put 10x, 20x. They're very brave sometimes if they put 60x, because then they're telling you that it needs to go to 158 billion. And maybe in their head they're thinking, well, maybe it might not do that. But let's go on the basis that you still want to become a millionaire with this, right? So we're going to come down like this. Look, we're on category G again, right? Because you've got 2,000 coins. There's your 2,000, right? Now, how much is it going to cost you to make a million? To become a millionaire. How much not cost you? How much price? What price does it need to go to? Look, to make $1 million with Ondo, over here you can see on the left hand side 125 is like a darkish gray. It needs to go to a $500 price. So when Ondo reaches a $500 price, your investment that you put in, what these YouTubers are showing you, it has to go to 1.6 trillion. Ondo needs to sit on what Bitcoin's sitting on right now, $1.6 trillion. Is that right? Let's just have a look at where Bitcoin's in market cap. We're talking market cap, right? And then you say to yourself, well, how likely is it for this to go to 1.6 trillion? Yeah, look, Bitcoin's 1.6 trillion right here, right? See? So how likely? Because Bitcoin's been around for 13 years. It's the most popular coin in the world, and it's only sitting on 1.6 trillion now. You've got to say to yourself, how likely is it? I don't think it's likely people are going to do that. But let's say you had $1,600 and you decide to come down the rabbit hole and through the looking glass and play with something like what I've got, something like your Edwin. First of all, something like Ondo, I think it might do something like a 10x. Max 20x if you're lucky. I'll pull it 10x. But again, you want life changing. You want to be able to at least have $100,000, do something, $300,000. That's what I'm here for. You could make massive gains with $1,600. Something like Edwin, let's just have a look at what I would show people, could be a better investment. Why? Because it plays on, look, and I'm sure these coins that they share you play on narratives, the AI narrative, the RWA narrative, the deepin narrative, the gaming narrative, meme coin narrative. I know they're going to do that. Everyone does, right? Because this is what we're looking for. We're trying to ride with it. So Edwin has a tinier market cap. It's a 9 million market cap, which means it has more of a chance to go, well, it gives you more of a multiplier chance, meaning that should Edwin reach $1 billion in the future, or 10 billion or whatever it goes to, you can make a higher multiplier. Yes, it comes with higher risk because it's a lower cap cryptocurrency. The market cap is incredibly tiny, so it's going to be higher risk. But I like to play with high risk projects. So Edwin, for those that are new, is all about AI agents and helping AI agents basically access the DeFi space. So you can use an AI agent to autonomously do things for you in DeFi. So it can basically do farming, staking, yielding, lending and borrowing. It can even do leverage trading for you. And over time, I like to believe that these AI agents will become incredibly smart. And Edwin's going to take it there, and it will allow people to have these agents to just work for you in the DeFi space without you having to do anything. So that's very appealing. So it's got the AI play, it's got the DeFi play, it's appealing. I think it could be a better investment personally. It's got the partnerships and stuff, Eliza OS, which is AI16Z, which again is a great framework for making AI agents. And yeah, so overall, I look at this as a better solid investment. And if you was to put your 1,000, I'm not telling you what to do. Got to put it out there. I'm not telling you to put your 1,600. What was it? Can't remember what it was. Let me go back to Ondo real quick. I want to see what the investment was. It's about $1,600, wasn't it? Let's search Ondo. If you was to pull it into something like Edwin, I think that you would have a better chance of making a higher multiplier and a higher return on your money than you would here. Look, 2,000 coins was 1,638, right? $1,638. So we'll go back to Edwin. Actually, I'll open up Edwin in a separate thing. Edwin, like this, right click and open, so we can keep them both open. So to put $1,638 in Edwin, 1,638, it gives you what's this? 177,349 coins. Not far off from 200,000 coins. Now let me come back over to this thing here, right? So 200,000 coins, how much would it cost you to get 200,000 then? Because this is where you can start thinking about DCA and, you know, getting yourself a bit more coins, working towards a goal. Look, $1,847, so it's a couple of $100 more, but that will bag you 200,000 Edwin. Now you can say to yourself, with 200,000 Edwin, with my investment that I put over here instead of Ondo, how likely would it be for me to make $100,000 or $1 million? Now you can see straight away, look at this, look, there's your $200,000 mark. We come down, 200,000 token mark, you're holding 200,000 coins. For you to make around $100,000, Edwin needs to go to, you can see here on the left-hand side, number 17 is grade. Edwin would need to go to 55 cents. Let's just put this in and see how realistic it is, because like I said, this Ondo, for you to become a millionaire, $500 price, it needs to go to $1.6 trillion. All right, let's search Edwin. Edwin right now, if it went to a 55 cents, a 0.55, it would do a 59x. It only needs, I say only as well, because we're not talking trillions. I'm not even talking billions, hundreds of billions. I'm not talking none of that. It has to just go to a 539 million market cap, and then your $1,800 investment turns to right here. What was it? $110,000. Okay, cool. So what does it need to go to for you to make the $1 million mark? Right here. Well, we look left. This 26 is grayed out. $5 price. If Edwin was to reach a $5 price, right there, $5, it goes to a $4.9 billion market cap. Not 1.6 trillion, not 160 billion, not even 40, 50 billion, $4.9 billion. And so then I say to myself, okay, and that's a 540x return to make me $1 million. Then I say to myself, is it likely to do that? It's great knowing that it's less. It's a lot less than what they share you here with these ones to make $1 million. So you say to yourself, well, how likely is it? Well, 4.9 billion, can Edwin reach it? I don't know. Maybe it might reach a billion instead. Maybe it just goes to like a 1 billion market cap. 110x, but then it only has to go to $1 price. And 1 billion could be more realistic. So if it goes to a $1 price, you can come back to this. You make $200,000 investment profit, which that sits between these here, and it's not too bad. You do that 5 times with different coins, you got a solid portfolio, you can make $1 million. I'm going to leave this here. I wanted to open your eyes to this. I'm going to be bringing more. I feel like you have a better chance to make a massive multiplier with something like Edwin than you would do with something like Ondo or these other ones that I'm going to bring in the other videos. If it was helpful, drop the like, stick around, become a Patreon. The link is in the info section. They always see my videos first. They have the opportunity to get in early on projects that I share. You know, now's the great time to get in because the market's just been collapsing. There's been so many great opportunities to buy. Edwin is a fantastic project, at least I think so. But again, this is not financial advice. You do what you want to do. If you lose your money, you know, hold responsibility for it. I can get it out. I can just show you the opportunities of what I'm seeing in this crypto space compared to what other people share you. Yeah, 7 tiers, take your pick. This one will unlock all the posts, my exclusive VIP partner tier. You won't miss a damn thing. If you can afford it, my next tier above, which I see people coming in now, welcome in, it gives you access to my VIP Telegram group. It's a powerful network. Many people know it's a powerful network because, yeah, they just know. And I know you know, which is why some of them are coming back, right? It's just powerful. Come over here, you get super alerted to projects. People are buying projects before I buy them. Then I'm finally looking, then I'm buying and I'm sharing the alerts to what I'm doing. And yeah, so you just, you know, you're mingling with great people. Guys, thanks for watching. Stick around. I'm going to bring more on this so you can see how realistic you are to become a millionaire based on what people share you with these coins. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.